All right, good morning, guys. Welcome to this class. This is what we are going to do today. Well, today we start a new tense. Remember, the last tense that we practiced was simple present tense. We review all the forms of this tense. We practice some speaking exercises, some writing exercises, and some grammar exercises as well. Today, we're going to start with the past. It's exactly the same thing, but we need to study just the regular verbs, the rules, and we need another auxiliary. That's it, but it's exactly the same thing. Remember, structures never change. I repeat, the grammatical structures never change. All right. So today we're going to start with the verb be in past. The verb be in past. That is the first thing that we're going to study. So in your mind, you have that from now on, during these 2 weeks, you are going to study the past. All right. So let's check this short video about the simple past. All right, here we go.
John is 70 years old. He is old. Is the present tense and it is used for now. John is 70 now in the present. He is old now. In the past, 60 years ago, John was 10 years old. He was young. Was is the past tense. John was 10 in the past or 60 years ago. He was young then at that moment in the past. Is the present tense. Was is the past tense. Let's look at the subject they. In the present tense, now or today, we say they are old. What is the past tense of they are? We say they were. In this example, they were young. Are is in the present tense, were is in the past tense. Let's quickly look at to be in the simple present tense. I am happy. He is rich. She is a nurse. It is easy. We are early. You are at school. They are quiet. To be in the simple past tense is as follows. I was sad. He was poor. She was a student. It was difficult. We were late. You were at home. They were noisy. Let's practice. Change the following sentences into the past tense. He is hungry. He was hungry. It is cold. It was cold. They are musicians. They were musicians. She is sick. She was sick. We are together. We were together. I am in the bathroom. I was in the bathroom. You are confused. You were confused. Susan is at home. Susan was at home. We use was because Susan is she. She was at home. Jack and Mike are angry. Jack and Mike were angry. We use were because Jack and Mike are they. They were angry. The dog is big. The dog was big. We use was because the dog is it. It was big. With to be in the present tense, we can use time expressions such as
Right. Let's see. Very, very good. Okay. So as you could see, the video showed the comparison between the simple present tense and the past, right? Well, here we also have one slide. It is exactly the same way that you watch on the video. Here, what you have to do is to check the correct comparison and the correct conjugation of the verb be. Let's see. As you can see, the verb be in past, has two forms. I repeat, the verb be in past has two forms, was and were. I repeat, the verb be in past has two forms, was and were. Well, the question is, when do we use was and when do we use were? That is the question, right? Very simple, okay? Let's see. When do we use was and when do we use were? For I, the first subject, I was. Yo fui o yo estuve. Fui del verbo estar, no del verbo ir, Aurora, por si acaso. Del verbo estar. Yo fui o yo estuve. ¿Okay? Del verbo estar, no del verbo ir. Be careful with that. Very common confused, very common mistake. Error común es confundir. Okay? So for I was. For you, you were. Tú fuiste o tú estuviste. In past, right? Pasado. For he was. Él fue o él estuvo. For she was. Ella fue o ella estuvo. For it was. Esto fue o esto estuvo. For we were. Nosotros fuimos o nosotros estuvimos. For they were. Ellos fueron o ellos estuvieron. As you can see, the verb be in past has two forms, was and were, and this is the correct conjugation of the verb be in past. I was, you were, he, she was, we and they were. That means that, for example, you cannot say, Dayanara, you cannot say I were, or you cannot say he were, or you cannot say they was. No. Now you know the correct conjugation of the verb be. I was, you were, he was, she was, it was, we were, and they were. All right, Felix? Very simple, right? Very, very simple so far. Okay? Very simple. This is the theory. Now we're going to practice. Don't worry, but this is only the theory, right? Okay, let's continue. Now, as we have practiced before, I want you to know all the forms of the verb be. Exactly the same way that we have practiced before. Remember, we have affirmative statements, negative statements, and we also have WH questions, right? So let's see. This is the correct conjugation of the verb be in affirmative, negative, and interrogative or questions. Let's see. As I just said, in affirmative, I was, you were, he was, she was, it was, we were, you were, and they were. Simple, right? Affirmative. Now, what happens if you want to change those sentences to negative? To negative, because you can also use the past of be in negative. All right. So what you have to do in negative, basically, you have two options. Yes. You can use the complete form or you can use the contraction. I repeat, in negative, you have two options. You can use the complete form or you can use the contraction. Let's see. The complete form, I was not. Or the contraction, I wasn't, with T at the end. I wasn't, with T at the end. For you, you were not, which is the complete form, or you can use the contraction, you weren't, with T at the end. You weren't, with T at the end. For he was not, or he wasn't. For she was not, or she wasn't. For it was not, or it wasn't. For we were not, or we weren't. For you were not, or you weren't. Finally, for they were not, or they weren't. Simple, right? So this is the correct conjugation of the verb be in past in negative. Remember, you can use two forms and you decide, it's up to you. You can use the complete form or you can use the contraction. Simple, right? Very, very simple. I repeat, this is the theory. Now we're going to practice, don't worry. Now, what happens if I want to make questions in simple present tense? I mean, questions with the verb be in past. Well, you only change the position of the verb and the subject. You see, in this case was I was for affirmative, right? Now you have was I. What you did is just to change the position of the verb and the subject. For you, were you, estuviste tú, o fuiste tú. Was he, fue él, o estuvo él. For she, fue ella, o estuvo ella. For it, fue esto, o estuvo esto. For we, were we, estuvimos nosotros o fuimos nosotros. For you, were you, estuvieron ellos o fueron ellos, vosotros. And finally, for they, were they, estuvieron ellos o fueron ellos. As you can see, you only change the position of the verb and the subject. That is what you do. Solo cambia la posición del verbo y del sujeto. And we make questions with the past of the verb be. I repeat, this is just the theory, but what we like is to practice, right? Eso es lo que nos gusta. Okay, so let's go with the practice. But before that, let me show you a complete exercise. Before that, let me show you a complete exercise before we practice. Antes de ir a practicar. All right. So let's see. If we used if we use the verb be in a complete exercise, remember that we like to do that, eso nos gusta, ¿verdad? Un ejercicio completo, el panorama completo, Felix. All right, let's see. If I want to make a sentence with affirmative statement, you see, using the verb be in past, it will go like this. Estaría así más o menos. Marta was in the hospital yesterday. Estuvo en el hospital ayer, Marta. You see, I use was because Marta is she. The correct conjugation for she is was. Okay, remember, that is my affirmative statement. Marta was in the hospital yesterday. Very good, affirmative statement. If I want to change that sentence to negative, it will be like this. Marta was not, or Marta wasn't in the hospital yesterday. Be careful here. I write yesterday because yesterday is a termination of past. Remember the terminations of simple present tense? ¿Se acuerdan esas terminaciones de presente simple? You forgot, se olvidaron. Every week, every weekend, every month, every year, that is present. But now this is past. Pero ahora estamos estudiando el past. Tienen diferentes terminaciones, ¿verdad? One of those terminations is yesterday. Right? Now, if you want to make a regular question with the past of being, was Marta in the hospital yesterday? As you can see, I only changed the position of the verb and the subject. Eso es todo lo que hice. ¿Sí lo ven ahí? Dayanara, you only changed the position of the verb and the subject. Now the verb is first. And what I always say, lo que yo siempre digo, chicos, ¿verdad? Yes and no are not answers. Cualquiera puede responder yes, cualquiera puede responder no. No. But the correct answer, for example, in this case is yes, she was. Sí, ella sí estuvo. O no, she was not. No, ella no estuvo. I repeat. If you want to ask a question in past using the verb be, it will be like this. Was Marta in the hospital yesterday? My affirmative answer, yes, she was. She estuvo. And my negative answer, no, she was not. No, no estuvo. If I want to ask a WH questions, remember the WH questions depending on what do I want to ask, okay? In this case, I want to ask about the place. You see the place? So in this case, it's like this. Where was Marta yesterday? ¿En dónde se encontraba Marta ayer? Where was Marta yesterday? The answer will be, she was in the hospital. Very simple, right? Now Aurora understand. Ahora le entendió Aurora, imagínense. Tanto tiempo en el colegio y no entendió, y aquí lo entendió en 10 minutos. Felix, clear, easy, right? Muy sencillo, Felix, ¿verdad? All right, so that is the theory again. Esa es la teoría, ¿verdad? What we like is to practice. Lo que nos gusta a nosotros es practicar, ¿verdad? So let's go to the practice, guys. Let's go to the practice. Okay. Let's go to the practice. Remember, you have all these activities in your platform, in your Google platform. All right. So number one, let's practice the first one. The first with the pronouns, okay? Let's start very easy. Let's start very, very easy. Here in the chat, you have the link of that practice, okay? And I'm going to project it. All right. So you should have something like this, okay? So let's start very, very simple. Remember, we are studying the past of be. And I said that the past of be has two forms, okay? Was and were. Here we're going to practice the correct conjugation of the verb be, right? Okay, so you see, we're going very, very slow. Let's see, for I, and you have two options, all right? So you do it. You do it. You have 1 minute. Tienen 1 minuto para hacerlo, chicos, okay? 1 minute. You finished? Wow, you finished? That fast?
Finish.
I am creating
Finish.
monsters. Unos monstruos aquí, chicos. No. Ni termino de explicar el ejercicio, ya lo tienen hecho. All right, that is the idea. Esa es la idea. Okay, let's see. For I. So for I, as I have you here on my screen, como los tengo en mi pantalla. Diana,
It was.
I'm calling you as the way I have you here in my screen, como los tengo en mi pantalla. Solange, for I.
Was.
I was. Dayanara, for you.
You were.
You were. Maya, for he.
He was.
Was. Melissa, for she.
She was.
He was. Domenica, for it. Domenica, for it. Domenica, for it. It was, absolutely. Aurora, for we.
Were.
We were, absolutely. Let's see. Felix, for you.
You was.
Felix,
no,
what
no,
happened?
no, no.
What happened, Felix? For you.
Sorry. You were.
You were, absolutely. Carla, for they.
They were.
Were, absolutely. So now we have the correct conjugation of the verb be in past. I'm surprised, guys. You surprise me every day. Todos los días me sorprenden, chicos. All right, so that was a simple one, okay? That was a simple one, okay? Let's go with another one. Okay. Let's go with another one. Now, I am also sharing here in the chat the next exercise, a little bit more complicated. Okay, and I also going to share it with you here in my screen. Okay, you should have something like this, all right? You should have something like this, all right? Okay, as you can see, I have a picture and an incomplete sentence. Let's see just number one. Solo veamos la primera con. I space war. And you have two options. Was and
Teacher,
were.
I finished. Finish.
Again.
Finish.
Finish, teacher.
I'm still explaining the exercise. Recién lo estoy explicando. Wow. Unbelievable, these guys. No puedo creerlo. Wow. Got a group. Qué lindo grupo este. All right.
Finish.
So let's just take 30 seconds, 30 segundos, and we compare the answers. Y luego las comparamos, okay? As I have you here in my screen, como los tengo en mi pantalla, okay? Just 30 seconds, 30 seconds. Okay, 10 more seconds. All right, let's start. Natasha, as I have you here in my screen. Natasha, I was bored. All right, absolutely. You see, and here we have the answer. Y aquí tenemos la respuesta de una vez, ¿verdad? All right, let's see. Michelle,
You were happy.
absolutely, and you say the correct and the complete sentence, okay, just in case. Scarlett, he
was.
the complete sentence, Scarlett.
He was on holiday.
Holiday, absolutely. Pilar, she
She was at the disco.
Absolutely, she was at the disco, ¿no?
Sí.
Ella estuvo en la, estuvo en la discoteca, past, okay? Next one, let me see. Ariana, the dog.
The dog was 8.
Absolutely. Denise, we.
We were at home.
Absolutely, absolutely. Ahí, Denise. Y si le queremos agregar una terminación, ¿cuál sería?
We were at home yesterday.
Ah, perfect, Denise. You see, we were at home yesterday. Ayer estuvimos en la casa. Simple, right? Sully. Sully, you.
You were singing.
And finally, Kathy, they.
They were playing.
They were playing. Simple like that, guys. I'm really surprised. Estoy sorprendido, chicos. All right. So that is a simple one. Creo que vamos a ir de una vez a las más complicadas. All right. Not a problem. Okay. Now, that was the affirmative statements. Let's go with the negative ones. Okay. Let's go with the negative statements here in the chat. I also share the link for the negative statements, and you should have something like this. Algo como esto deberían tener, chicos. Okay. Okay. What you have to do is to decide what is the negative statement that correspond to each subject. All right. In the full form, in the complete form, or in the contraction. Okay, you have 1 minute, un minuto nada más.
I am finished, teacher.
I just finished
Please,
explaining.
teacher.
I finished.
Okay. Entonces veo que ustedes están muy adelantados con esto. Okay, let's wait just 10 more seconds, 10 segundos más. All right. As I have you here on my screen, como los tengo aquí en mi pantalla, ¿verdad? Okay. Let's start. William, I. William, are you there, William?
Yes, I was not.
I was not, or
I wasn't.
remember, you can use either the complete form, or you can use the contraction. Fernando. Fernando, are you there? Fernando. Stefan.
You was not.
No, you were not. Sure,
You were
Stefan?
not. You were not.
Ah, be careful, Stefan. You were not, or
Weren't.
weren't. Be careful, Stefan. Michelle.
He wasn't and he was not.
Absolutely. He was not, or he wasn't. Absolutely. Let me see, as I have you here on my screen. Let's start over. Empezamos nuevamente. Okay. Maya, she.
She wasn't.
She was not, or she wasn't. Michelle. Michelle. Michelle.
Teacher, me.
Yes, Michelle.
It was not and it wasn't.
Absolutely. All right. Felix, we.
Yes. We were not,
Or
weren't.
weren't. Absolutely, Felix. Very good. Solange, you.
Were not
Or
or weren't.
Absolutely. Finally, Dayanara.
They were not.
Or
They weren't.
weren't. Absolutely, guys. Wow, I'm surprised. I'm really, really surprised. Okay, I think I prepared this class for, I thought that you didn't know this. Okay, so let me go with a more difficult one. Oh, yes. Okay, so let's go with the questions. You see, we started with affirmative, then with negative. Let's go with the questions before we go to the real exercise, okay? So in the chat, I already shared the questions with the passive be, all right? I already shared the questions with the passive be. All right, let me explain what is this exercise about, okay? Here, what you have is a question, okay? What you have to decide is what conjugation of the verb be you use. Remember that you use the verb be in past according to the subject. In this case, the subject is you. And what is the conjugation of the past of be for you? It was or were. All right, you have 10 seconds. Remember, every time that you make questions, you only change the position of the verb and the subject, okay?
Finish.
Okay, 10 more seconds.
Finish.
Teacher.
10 more seconds. And then we go as I see you here in my screen.
Finish.
Five seconds. All right, here we go. Aquí vamos. So, Solange, you at home.
Were you at home?
Absolutely. Were you at home? ¿Estabas en tu casa? Remember, I only changed the position of the verb and the subject. Now the verb is first because it is a question. Dayanara.
Was your car in the street?
Was your car. Be careful. The subject here is the car. The car is it. That's why you use was. Michelle.
Were the children ill?
Absolutely. Were the children. Remember, the singular is child, the plural is children. I repeat, the singular is child, the plural is children. Ariana. Ariana. Ariana, you left. Domenica.
Where the chickens in the field?
Absolutely, Domenica. Very good. Were the chickens in this field? Chickens is plural, right? Maya. Maya.
Oh, sorry. Was dinner ready?
Absolutely. Was dinner ready? Remember, dinner is it. Okay. Pilar.
Was there an airport?
Absolutely, Pilar. Was there an airport? Remember when we practiced there is and there are, there isn't, there aren't, is there, are there? This is exactly the same thing, but in past. ¿Había un aeropuerto? En pasado. Carla. Carla, are you there?
Yes.
Go
Were
ahead.
there a lot of people?
Absolutely. Were there a lot of people? Natasha.
Was Cervantes written?
Absolutely, Natasha. Was Cervantes a writer? ¿Fue Cervantes un escritor? Felix.
Yes.
The last one, Felix.
Where?
Absolutely, sir. Were you learning Chinese? ¿Estuviste aprendiendo chino? Very good. By the way, okay, let's see. All right. So I consider that you already know this and you're ready for the real practice. Y están listos para la práctica real, ¿verdad? That was just the easiest example. Esos eran los ejemplos facilitos. Todos lo sabemos. We learned that in kindergarten. Lo aprendemos en kindergarten. All right. Are you ready for the real exercise? ¿Listos para el ejercicio real? Okay. Well, the real exercise is an speaking exercise, obviously. Obviamente que es un speaking exercise. The more that we practice, the more that we learn. Okay. And I'm going to ask you, all of you, a cada uno de ustedes, I will ask you these 5 simple questions. Estas preguntas muy sencillas. And I will have that on my screen. Y las tendré aquí en mi pantalla, ¿verdad? I will ask all of you these simple questions. 5 simple questions. Number 1, where were you last night? As you can see, last night is another termination. Es otra terminación. Lo que por lo general le dicen todas las esposas a los esposos. Where were you last night? ¿Dónde estuviste anoche? A cada rato le envían los mensajes por WhatsApp, ¿verdad? Ahí lo aprendió ya. Where were you last night? ¿Dónde estuviste anoche? Okay. All right. Remember this. Remember this, guys. Every time that I ask you a WH question, I need a complete answer. I repeat, every time that I am asking you a WH question, I require a complete answer. For example, where were you last night? That is the question. The answer will be, for example, I was at home last night. As you can see, I will request complete answers. Okay. The second question, when was your birthday? El suyo, el de cada uno de ustedes. For example, my birthday was on March 8, 1976. Tercera. Where were you born? ¿Dónde naciste? The answer can be, for example, I was born in Quito. I was born in La Libertad. I was born in Salinas. Nací en Salinas. Was born. Okay. Number 4. What time was dinner ready last night? Anoche. ¿A qué hora estuvo lista la cena? Ah. So the answer can be dinner was ready at 7:30 last night. Finally, I want you to tell me, how was the class? ¿Cómo estuvo la clase? The class was good. The class was not good. The class was excellent. The class was unbelievable, etc., etc., etc. As you can see here, I am demonstrating how you can also use WH questions with the past of be. All right? So you have 3 minutes to prepare these 5 questions. I will ask the same questions to all of you as I see you here in my screen. All right? 3 minutes. Time is running, guys.
Mister, hay que contestar estas preguntas.
Exactly. I am going to ask you, each of you, a cada uno de ustedes le preguntaré las mismas preguntas. And remember, I will require complete answers. Like Spanish, como en español, ¿verdad? Si yo le pregunto, Dayanara, ¿cómo se llama? Usted no me va a decir, Dayanara. No, usted me dice, yo me llamo Dayanara. Felix, ¿dónde vive? La Libertad. No, no, yo vivo en la Libertad. It's exactly the same thing, right? Okay.
Mister, una pregunta. Para las respuestas tenemos que utilizar también was and were o con...
You have to, esa es la idea, pues esa es la idea, que utilicemos lo que aprendimos. Ah, ¿dónde estuviste anoche? Yo estuve en el hospital, yo estuve en el parque, yo estuve con mi hermana, como sea, ¿verdad? Right? Two minutes. As I see you here in my screen. And then we continue with the next class. E inmediatamente seguimos con la próxima clase. La próxima clase la vamos a dar hoy. Porque ustedes están muy avanzados. He creado unos monstruos aquí. One more minute. Seconds. You have to ask, you have to answer 5 questions. You ready, Pilar? Carla, you ready? Natasha, are you ready? Aurora, are you ready? Scarlett? Denise, I see you. Down, up, upside down, I see you, Denise. Boca abajo, upside down.
I.
Perfect, Denise. Yo pensé que estaba de cabeza. Para la circulación. All right, 30 seconds, guys. Quizás este es el curso que más rápido he aprendido de todo lo que he dado en mi vida. Andiamo ragazzo? Ragazza? Five seconds. Natasha, you ready? Are you ready? Not yet. Okay, 10 more seconds. All right, Michelle, you ready? Michelle. Are you ready?
Yeah, Misa?
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Let's start. Okay. You can ask all my questions in order, just in case, okay? Go ahead.
Where were you last night?
You don't have to read the question. You just have to give me the answer. That's it.
Okay. I was at the shopping with my family.
Aha. There I stop. There I have to correct something, Michelle, because it is a common mistake. Es un error común. Mucho ojo. You said, usted lo acaba de decir, I was at the shopping with my family. But that is not correct. Eso no está correcto. Mucho ojo. Porque lo que usted me acaba de decir es que estuvo a las compras. No, a la comprando sería. Porque shopping es comprando. Ah. Entonces, lo que usted quiso decir es que I was at the shopping center with my family. Ah, you can say shopping center or you can also call it mall. Either one, cualquiera de los dos. Shopping center o mall. Pero aquí nosotros le decimos shopping, pero en realidad es shopping center or mall. Go ahead, Michelle.
Entonces sería, I was at the shopping center with my family.
Perfect. Go ahead, next one.
My birthday was April 13.
Very good.
I was born in Quito.
Absolutely. Next.
Dinner was ready at 8 p.m.
Finally,
The class was interesting.
good, simple like that. We have a very good example. Very good. Let's see another one. Denise,
Teacher, I want. Oh, sorry.
as I have you here in my screen, como los tengo en mi pantalla.
Oh,
Then
okay.
Denise, then Maya, okay? Then Natasha. Okay? Denise, go ahead, miss.
Digo la pregunta y la respuesta.
No,
¿o
no,
solo la
no,
respuesta?
you don't need to say the question. Ya tenemos las preguntas aquí. I just need the answers.
I was at my mother's house last night.
Absolutely, miss.
My birthday was March 16.
Good.
I was born in La Libertad in the Granados Clinic.
Absolutely.
The dinner was
Dinner,
ready
dinner.
the dinner was ready at 7 p.m. last night.
Absolutely, finally.
The class was fun and interesting.
Very good, miss. All right, Maya.
Okay. I was in my house last night.
Ajá, ahí Maya. I have to correct something else. Ya, es que está bien, pero ellos no dicen así. Ellos dicen at home. At home. Siempre, en casa. At home.
So
¿sí?
I was at home last night.
Absolutely, miss.
My birthday was in 15th of October.
Ahí, otra cosa. Months at first. Siempre ellos dicen los meses primero. Por ejemplo, April 17, October 20.
Okay. My birthday was on October 15.
Very good.
I was born in Guayaquil. The dinner was ready at 7 p.m. last night.
Finally.
And the class
Justo lo de la clase no le escuché. Vaya, and the class.
The class was excellent.
All right, very good. Okay, let's see, Natasha.
I was at home last night. I was August 21.
Ah, no puede ser I was, porque ahí dice cuándo fue su cumpleaños. Entonces, si la pregunta es ¿cuándo fue su cumpleaños? La respuesta tendría que decir mi cumpleaños fue.
Sí. My was August 21.
No, Natasha. My birthday was on.
My birthday.
La pregunta es ¿cuándo fue su cumpleaños? La respuesta será mi cumpleaños fue.
My birthday was August 21.
Absolutely. Next one.
I was born Guayaquil.
Very good.
Dinner was at 8 at night.
What's ready at 8 at night, okay? And finally, how was the class?
The class was very good.
Absolutely. Solange. You see, you are using the past of be. Ya están utilizando el pasado de be. Very good.
I was at the movies last night.
Good.
My birthday was July 7th.
Good.
I was born in Quito in the house.
Absolutely.
The dinner was ready at 7 o'clock.
Finally.
The class was interesting and I learned a lot.
Very good. Domenica.
I was in my house last night.
Aha, remember that, Domenica? At home. At home, they say at home.
I was at home last night.
Absolutely.
Okay. And my birthday was on August 6th.
Absolutely. Go ahead, continue.
I was born in Guayaquil. The dinner was very late and the class was very interesting.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's see, another one. Natasha already participated. Aurora.
All right. I was in the park last night.
Wait a second, Aurora. I heard something. Can you repeat that? The question is. Okay.
I was in the park last night.
Absolutely, perfect. Continue, please.
My birthday was June 3.
My birthday was on June
3. June 3.
Absolutely. Very good. Continue.
I was born in Guayaquil.
Wait a second, Aurora. I heard hi. ¿Por qué hi? Hi es hola. Pero.
My was.
Quizás será I, nada más I.
Es verdad. Ay.
Hi es hola, ¿verdad? Hi. Go ahead, continue.
Was born in Guayaquil.
Okay, I was born in Guayaquil. Very good. What about dinner?
Dinner was ready last night at 8.
At 8. Finally, how was the class?
The class was very interesting.
Interesting.
Yes,
interesting. Carla, then Scarlett, then Pilar.
Oh, I was at home last night and my birthday was on April 25th. I was born in Salinas. The dinner was ready at 7 last night and the class was good.
Absolutely. Scarlett. I'm creating monsters here. He creado unos monstruos aquí, chicos. Este curso no es para inglés 2, este curso es para inglés 4 mínimo. Y yo he dado todos los módulos de inglés, por eso lo digo sin ninguna broma por si acaso. Go ahead.
I was
Scarlett.
doing homeworks in my room.
Okay.
My birthday was June 25th. I was born in Guayaquil. The dinner was ready at 8 p.m. and the class was very interesting.
All right, Scarlett, I just can correct something. My birthday was on, porque siempre necesitamos la preposición, on June 23, for example. Okay?
Okay.
Very good. Pilar, excellent, miss. Pilar, then Ariana, then Melissa, then Sully, in that order.
Okay. I was at grandmother's house last night.
Okay,
My birthday was on February 17. I was born in Santa Elena. Dinner was ready 8 o'clock every day.
At
o'clock.
La preposición at 8 o'clock.
At 8 o'clock every day. The class was interesting.
No, something is missing there, Pilar. Algo nos falta porque lo que me acaba de decir que la clase interesante. Eso no es ningún tiempo.
The class was.
The class
was.
The class was interesting.
Interesting.
Very good, very good. Ariana, go ahead, miss.
I was in a restaurant. My birthday was on the I was born in Redon. I made dinner at 6 o'clock. The class was excellent.
Okay, very good. Melissa.
Where were you last night? I was at home last night. When was your birthday? My birthday was on December the 2nd. Where were you born? I was born in Guayaquil. What time was dinner ready last night? It was ready at 8 o'clock. How was the class? It was amazing with good examples and explanation. Thank you.
Very good. Wow, I'm impressed. Sully. Then
I was
Kathy,
with my dad.
then Plaza Lucas, then William. Go ahead.
I was with my dad.
Okay.
My birthday was July 18.
On July.
I was
on
born
July.
in Libertad. It was ready at 8 p.m. It was very entertaining.
Very good. Was very entertaining. Kathy.
I was dancing in the club.
Okay.
My birthday was February 6th. I was born in Galapagos Island.
Absolutely.
And
What about dinner?
I was dinner 8 o'clock.
No. Listen to the question. The question is, what time was dinner ready?
8 o'clock.
No, pero no puede ser que I was dinner, no puede ser, ¿no? Sería dinner was ready
Dinner was ready 8 o'clock.
at. ¿Se acuerdan que cada vez que hacemos mención de una hora utilizamos la preposición at 8 o'clock? All right. And finally, what about the class?
The class was interesting and fun.
Very good. Plaza Lucas. Plaza Lucas. Are you there? Plaza Lucas. William. Then Stefan. Then Michelle.
Okay, teacher. Well, last night I was at home with my dog. My birthday was on February 15. I was born in Quito. Last night I had dinner at 6 p.m.
Absolutely, sir. What about the class?
The class was awesome.
Absolutely, sir. Very good. Stefan, same question, sir. Stefan, are you there, Stefan?
Lo siento.
Go ahead.
Where were you last night? I was in my room. My big birthday was in September 25. I was born in September 25.
Remember, on.
In 2005. The dinner was ready at 8 p.m. and the class was nice.
Absolutely. Finally, Michelle.
I was at home. My birthday was on October 23. I was born in Babahoyo. Dinner was ready at 8 p.m. The class was great.
All right. Wow, I'm impressed, guys. I'm really impressed with you. Okay. Well, since you already know how to use the past of be, okay, let's continue with the next part. Well, to be honest, this was supposed to do or to be next class, to be honest. This was supposed to be next class. Well, we're going to repeat that next class, not a problem. But let's practice, because this is probably some of the most important part when we study the past. Let's study the irregular verbs in past. And let's say something. I am going to play this video of irregular verbs only because I will teach you the regular verbs rules. I repeat, next class, I will teach you how to do the past of regular verbs, but I want you to check this video, not only in this moment, but when you have time, and learn the irregular verbs, okay? So let me play this video, and after that, I am going to play with you. Remember when we practice Kahoot, okay? So we're going to practice Kahoot with irregular verbs in past, all right? Remember, these are only irregular verbs, all right? Here we go.
Welcome to Irregular Verbs from perfectenglishgrammar.com. Be, was or were, been. Become, became, become. Begin, began, begun.
All right, be careful. What you have to learn in this moment, what you have to learn is the middle one. Every time that you learn the verbs, you have three columns. You have the present, the past, and the past participle. For this class, you will learn this middle column, okay? For example, the past of begin is began, right? Here we go.
Bring, brought, brought. Buy, bought, bought. Choose, chose, chosen. Come, came, come. Do, did, done. Drink, drank, drunk. Drive, drove, driven. Eat, ate, eaten. Fall, fell, fallen. Feel, felt, felt. Find, found, found. Fly, flew, flown. Forget, forgot, forgotten. Get, got, got. Give, gave, given. Go, went, gone. Have, had, had. Hear, heard, heard. Keep, kept, kept. Know, knew, known. Leave, left, left. Lend, lent, lent. Let, let, let. Lose, lost, lost. Make, made, made. Meet, met, met. Pay, paid, paid. Put, put, put. Read, read, read. Run, ran, run. Say, said, said. See, saw, seen. Sell, sold, sold. Send, sent, sent. Sing, sang, sung. Sit, sat, sat. Sleep, slept, slept. Speak, spoke, spoken. Stand, stood, stood. Swim, swam, swum. Take, took, taken. Teach, taught, taught. Tell, told, told. Think, thought, thought. Understand, understood, understood. Wear, wore, worn. Write, wrote, written.
All right, very simple, right? Very, very simple. So remember, I am going to ask you to check again these verbs in past for next week. But since that you already know, how to use the past of being, well, let's practice. And just in case, everything is in your platform, okay? Everything is in your platform, just in case, okay?
Profesor, teacher, profe, ¿me podría mandar un inconveniente con mi computadora y mi teléfono?
Not a problem, not a problem.
De la plataforma.
Not a problem. Okay, now I am sending you the link for the Kahoot that we're going to play in this moment. Remember when we play Kahoot? All right, so let's play Kahoot right now. And also, let me share right away the link of the platform. Okay, so you have the link of the platform to me, just in case. All right, so if you make a click on the link of Kahoot, okay, which we're going to play in this moment, okay, you have something like this, all right? So let's play Kahoot. You know how to play, right? Okay. Remember, what you have to do is to open another browser. In another browser, you just type Kahoot. Simplemente tipea Kahoot. And then you go to the first result. Y va a su primer resultado, ¿verdad? All of you know how to play Kahoot. ¿Todos saben cómo jugar Kahoot, chicos? ¿Sí? All right, so here we go. Aquí vamos entonces. So I am going to provide the pin. Okay, so when you're ready, you just type this pin. The pin number is 1421857. I repeat, 1421857. Go ahead. Okay, Michelle is in, Ariana is in. If you have some problems, just let me know. Solo me avisa si tiene algún problema. Maya is in, but we have practiced this before. Okay, Diana is in, Scarlett is in. Okay, Dome is here. I should have 19 students in this Kahoot. What about the rest, guys? Denise is in. What about the rest, guys? Do you have any problems? ¿Hay algún problema para entrar al Kahoot, chicos? All right, Felix is in, Aurora is in. All right, Felix. But I only have 10. Solo tengo 10 nada más.
No puede ingresar todavía.
Why not, Solange? ¿Por qué no pueden ingresar? Wait a second. I think it was my mistake. Creo que fue mi error ahí, chicos. Un segundito. Sí saben todos cómo ingresar al Kahoot, ¿verdad?
Mister,
Profesor.
usted entra con otra página para poner pin, porque el
Ok.
que mandó era como, no se puede poner el pin.
Ok, veamos. Entonces, ¿cómo hacemos?
Tienen que abrir una página de Google y
Ok.
poner en Google, buscar en Google
Here we
Kahoot
go.
pin.
Ahí vamos, Denise, ahí vamos, okay? It was my mistake. I assumed that everybody knew about this. Yo eso asumí, okay? So you just open another browser and then you type Google. Y luego escribe Google, simple like that, okay? You just open another browser and you type Google, okay? In Google, when you're in Google, you type Kahoot. K-A-H-O-O-T, Kahoot, okay? Then you just click enter. And then the first result, el primer resultado que le sale es enter game pin here. You click there, hace un clic ahí. And then when I provide you the pin, ¿se acuerda que yo le di un pin? What you have to do is to type that pin here. Ahí usted ingresa su pin y luego pone ingresar y eso es todo. Right? So you have to open another browser. Ahora sí, Pilar. All right, here we go. So let's start. Let's see if everybody joined. Si todos se unieron ahora sí. Let's see. All right. I only have 10. Solo tengo 10 todavía. All right, now I have Pilar. All right, I have 14 now. What about the rest, guys? Okay, here we go. So I have 14 students. Remember, the question will be, what is the past of a verb? For example, what is the past of write? And you will have 4 choices, 4 options. What you have to do is to select the correct option. Okay, we are going to use this Kahoot to study the irregular verbs. All right, guys, here we go. I only have 14 students. I don't know why. No sé por qué, solo hay 14. All right. ¿Algún problema con Kahoot al entrar en Kahoot, chicos? No. All right, so here we
No
go.
puedo entrar, profe.
Why not?
No sé, el pin no lo tengo. ¿Cómo es? No le veo. Me sale algo de Gmail.
No, Michelle, right here. I start over. Empiezo nuevamente, Michelle. Veamos. You just open another browser, okay? Miren mi pantalla cómo lo voy a hacer. Okay? I just open another browser. Otro browser hago ahí, ¿sí? Okay? Otro browser de Google, ¿verdad? And I type Kahoot. Y escribo Kahoot.
Ajá.
Click enter, le doy enter y me sale ahí. Play Kahoot. Enter game pin here.
Ajá.
Esto le, okay? You just click there. Solo hace clic ahí. Y con el pin que yo le di, simplemente usted lo agrega aquí. Lo escribe.
Ya voy a ver.
Y el pin que yo le di es this. Es este de aquí. Vamos a ver.
Se me envía directo a Gmail con el link. Pero ya estoy abriendo como usted me dice.
And the pin number, y el número del pin es este de aquí. 1421857. And I only have 14.
Wait.
No sé por qué solo tengo 14. All right. So let's play, guys. Juguemos.
Okay. Thank you.
Right. You're in. I don't see you in. No la veo adentro todavía. Okay, let me just refresh this. Veamos si hay algún problema con el Kahoot. All right, guys. I create another pin. He creado otro pin por si acaso hay algún problema con el anterior. Let's enter another pin. Entremos con otro pin, chicos. And the pin number is this. 1896497. 1896497. That is the pin number, okay? All right, let's see if I have all the 19 students here. Está durmiendo Denise. I only have 15 here. So let's start. Empecemos entonces, chicos. Okay? So remember what I said. Acuérdense lo que les dije. The question will be, esta será la pregunta. What is the past of any verb? Esa será la pregunta. ¿Cuál es el pasado del verbo? Cualquier verbo. And you will see 4 options. What you have to do is to select the correct option. All right? Here we go. Absolutely. The past of go is went. And here we also are practicing, huh? We're studying. Estamos estudiando indirectamente, aunque usted no lo crea. Okay. Next one. You got that, Michelle? Michelle, you got that?
Me?
Are you playing? Yes?
Ajá, sí, sí.
All right, here we go. Next one.
Sí, gracias.
Well, let's see who's winning. Veamos quién va ganando. Okay, so Michelle is winning so far. Okay, number 1. Number 2 is Solange, then Carla, then Stefan, then Dayanara. All right, but we have 12 verbs. Okay, next one. Absolutely. The past of understand is understood. We're practicing, ya estamos practicando. Miren, understand, understood. But only 11 students have that answer correct, okay? Let's see. Next one. Solange is in the first place, okay? Very good. Next one. I'm sorry. Who is Rose Woods? ¿Alguien sabe quién es Rose Woods? Rolando, ¿tú sabes quién es Rose Woods?
No, mister. Okay,
let's see. So the past of give is gave. Absolutely, and 10 students have that correct. Next one, let's see who's winning. So this is between Solange and Michelle. All right, let's see. Absolutely. The past of run is ran. Absolutely. Very, very good. Okay. Next one. Michelle and Solange. Michelle and Solange. Past of sing, you know, sing is sang, absolutely, sang, okay, sang. Next one, Michelle and Solange. Michelle is still number one, all right. Next one. Past of come is came, absolutely. All right, no bad, no está mal. So Michelle is number one. Absolutely. The past of fly. The past of fly is flew. Absolutely. Let's see. Next one. Who's winning? Absolutely. Absolutely. Michelle. Uh-oh. Next one. Past of send is send with T at the end, with T at the end. Okay, very good. Who's winning? Okay. Michelle, very good. Okay. Another one. The past of right. Absolutely. The past of right is wrote. All right. Okay. Let me see who's winning. Michelle, number one. Solange. Here we go. Two more. Absolutely, Denise. The past of break is broke. Broke. All right. Uh-oh. Dayanara is in. Se está metiendo Dayanara. Okay. Next one. 11. Past of drive is drove. Absolutely. And the last one, guys, it seems that Michelle is winning. Parece que Michelle va in. The past of sleep. You know, sleep. Well, let's see who is the winner. In the third place, we had Maya. In the second place, Solange. And the first place is for Michelle. All right, Michelle. Very good, Michelle. Very good. All right, guys. Just in case, before we finished, just in case, guys, as I said before, I am going to ask you to practice the irregular verbs for next class. Okay, we will practice with more verbs in Kahoot. Okay, and you have here in your platform, you have here on your unit number 3, you have the regular verb list. You see, you have the list of all your irregular verbs in past. You see, here you have the list. Next class, we will go through this list, especially on the pronunciation. And we will practice the past with regular and irregular verbs. I repeat, we're going to practice, next class, we're going to practice the past of regular and irregular verbs using Kahoot and using Padlet. All right? Any questions before we finish, guys? No questions? So please, don't forget, check these verbs when you have a chance. I know this is weekend, but when you have a time, when you have 5 or 10 minutes, try to check these irregular verbs at home, okay? We will practice next class regular and irregular verbs in past. All right, guys? So I hope you and your family are okay. So arrivederci. Buonasera. Bonsoir à tous. A bientôt. Thank you, guys.
Bye,
See you
Mr.
next class.
Take care.
See you later, Mr.
Bye.